It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see this team's superstar tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. Who knows what we're in store for here on Sunday night.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
Just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
We have the luxury each week, Mike, of sitting down with these players and really getting a behind-the-scenes look at what makes them so good and what makes them tick. And, man, wouldn't it be nice to be able to bring the fan kind of behind the curtain and let them see for themselves what we see firsthand? And, man, it would only take a couple minutes for you to realize just what kind of leader this guy is. You would never know he threw 3 touchdowns last week. All he wanted to talk about was the costly interception and the couple plays he left out there. That's why they rally around him. The better he plays, the better the team plays. They need more consistent performances from him to get the rest of this team to do their part.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 45-yard line.
In motion, it's Jackson. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Moving the tight end right. They'll throw out of the gun. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They get 10 yards on the hook up there, and that will be a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's a toss, right side. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable. I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Now, faking the give. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
This is caught down that right sideline. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down. Now a give up the middle. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. 3rd down, 3 to go. They'll look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. It is picked up by the defense. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite them right here.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. A gain there of 15. That's enough for a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
The tight end going in motion to the left. He'll get this out wide. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. 0-0 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. In motion, it's Jackson. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
3rd down and 9.
And 9 yards to go.
Now they'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Now an opening past the 30. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
A lot of what goes into being a great kick returner comes down to vision. And you're going to see here, he finds the cutback lane, and as he accelerates down the left side of the field, he wasn't far from taking it all the way down the sideline and into the end zone.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Now a give on the ground. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. A really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force him down for a loss.
Throwing right, it's taken in, and he's into the end zone.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
No problem there on the extra point. And the visitors move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 29-yard line.
Putting the tight end in motion. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. It is 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. Executing this zone defense, and they've got to be based on what the receivers do off the line. The defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. In motion, it's Jackson. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw and brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. 20 yards on that pass play. And that will be a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. He's got it at about the 8, and he's in.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the visitors extend their advantage to 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. Going for it all. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's their punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. One final throw before the break. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds. triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. Next, we head off to check out another.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. He fields it at the 8. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On play action, he'll set up to throw. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Back to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. He is in. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Now the try here for the point after. He knocks it through. And the visitors move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Our home team, 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. This team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. In motion, it's Jackson. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball.
You just never want to overthrow an open receiver. If anything, even if the receiver just has to slow down a little bit to run under the ball, that's okay. It might not end up in a touchdown, but you're at least going to end up with a completion.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll check this down to the running back. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. This fielded inside the 35. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
First down throw there is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Here's 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Now a run on 1st down. Whoa! And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The extra point is up and through. And the visitors stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now this team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but the cream is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there, a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. And he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
They'll throw out of the gun. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Here's a designed run.
And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, you're able to stop him short of the 1st down.
So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. His kick is good. And the visitors add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete, right side. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. They'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9. In motion, it's Jackson. On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Offense. Still 2nd down.
The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 10. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Now for the point after. He's got it, and his guys are able to cut into the deficit. We're down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Now a handoff running right. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. Just a short gain to the 33-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2nd down and 8. Tight end motioning left. On 2nd down, they'll run. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain. And 4th down's coming up.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. Tight end going in motion here. That's out quickly and complete. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this...
They'll run on 2nd down. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night.